Today, we are breaking down an absolutely incredible story. We're going to look at how a tiny team inside Duolingo with basically no resources used AI to build a product that now has, get this, 7 million people using it every single day. And we're doing it with insights straight from the CEO. So let's just kick things off with a huge question, one that I know a lot of people are wrestling with right now. Can you really build a smash hit product from scratch in just 6 months? Especially when you have zero experience in the subject and literally no engineers? Is that even possible? And this quote right here from Duolingo CEO Louis von Ahn, it's the key to this whole thing. It just reframes the entire conversation, doesn't it? It's not about AI replacing you. It's about someone using AI to get a massive advantage. This one idea flips the script from fear to pure opportunity, and it's exactly how this impossible project happened. Okay, let's dive into the story. Because we're not talking about some abstract theory here. We're looking at a real-world case study from inside one of the biggest learning apps on the planet. This is the story of Duolingo's chess course. Now, this is where it gets kind of crazy. Just look at the mismatch here. The mission? Huge. Build an entire chess course from the ground up. And the team? Just 2 people. And here's the kicker. Neither of them were engineers, and you're going to love this, neither of them were even chess experts. I mean, on paper, this thing looked absolutely doomed from the start. And, the story didn't even start with a yes. The first time they pitched this idea, the CEO just flat out said no. It was dead. The only reason it came back to life was a random conversation he had months later. But even when he finally gave the green light, it came with this giant catch. Sure, you can do it, but you're on your own. I have 0 engineers to give you. So how did they do it? I mean, really, how do you go from that kind of constrained yes to a real working product in only 6 months with no engineers? Well, you already know the answer. It was all about AI. The thing is, they didn't just mess around. They had a system. First, they had to teach themselves chess, obviously. Then they did their market research. But step 3, that's where the real magic is. They used AI coding tools to build those first prototypes. Then they actually trained the AI, built more prototypes, showed them to the CEO, and just kept iterating like crazy until they got the final thumbs up. And this is what they called their secret weapon, vibe coding. It's such a cool term. It's basically the idea that you, even as a non-engineer, can use AI tools to quickly build stuff that works. You can create the vibe of a real app, test it, and show it to people without needing a whole engineering team to get it off the ground. It's a total game changer for speed. But, it wasn't all easy. They hit a pretty big wall. It turns out the AI right out of the box was, it was terrible at making good chess puzzles. But here's the brilliant part. They didn't just give up. They found a giant online database of chess puzzles and used it to train their AI model. They didn't just use AI, they taught it. And that made all the difference. Okay, so after the initial rejection, the tiny team, the lack of resources, and this intense 6-month AI sprint, what was the actual outcome? What happened with this impossible project? The result? Well, it's just staggering. We're not talking about 7 million total signups over time. We are talking about 7 million people using this chess course every single day. It's just an insane number. And to really put that number into perspective, this project, the one started by 2 non-engineers with no real budget, it became the fastest growing course in the entire history of Duolingo, period. So look, this is more than just a cool story, right? It's a playbook. So what's the lesson for you? For us? How do we take these ideas and actually apply them? Let's break this down into an action plan. I mean, just look at these numbers again, all in one place. A team of 2, 0 engineers, no expertise, built in 6 months, powered by AI, the outcome, 7 million daily users. It's the perfect picture of how tiny inputs, when you add AI as leverage, can create these absolutely massive, unbelievable outputs. So if you remember only one thing from today, let it be this. The Duolingo chess story proves it. AI is not here to replace determined, creative people. It's here to be a force multiplier. It gives superpowers to small, focused teams that know how to use it. And that brings us to the final question. And this one's for you. If you were going to start your own impossible project tomorrow using these kinds of tools, what would your very first step actually be? What's that one thing you do to get the ball rolling? And hey, we really want to know. Drop your plan, even if it's just a rough idea, in the comments below. We're going to go through them and actually reply with some tips to help you sidestep the common pitfalls that trip people up right at the beginning.
So go for it. Leave a comment right now, let us know your idea, and get in on this conversation. As a little thank you, we'll hit you back with a link to our exclusive AI project starter kit checklist, just to help you get going on the right foot.